still be on the track of doing the will of the Father. And so that he will be on top of every situation, and even he is, on control even of nature. Prayer is what is needed. That's why on the first reading we have heard, in the first book of Kings, when the Lord said, go to the entrance of the cave, and the Lord will pass by. I will pass by. There was strong wind, but God is not on the strong wind. There was earthquake, but the Lord is not on the earthquake. And there was fire, but the Lord is not on fire. And finally, there was this tiny whispering voice. And Elijah took his mantle and covered his face to acknowledge the presence of God. The symbolism of prayer. So my dear friends, prayer is what is necessary. The reality of strong winds and the reality of big waves we encounter in our day-to-day life. But sometimes we focus ourselves on the big waves and on the strong winds that we encounter. Like in today's gospel reading, the disciples focused themselves on the strong winds and the big waves that they even, mistaken the Lord as ghost. But the Lord, like in the Old Testament, when Moses reassured them, I am. Do not be afraid. It is I. So my dear friends, even the disciples who claimed themselves to be close to the Lord experienced storm, experienced strong winds, experienced big waves. But when they focus on all this hidden wind, like, what they have experienced, they forget the presence of the Lord. And they forget the most important thing of all, that in order to be on top of the situation, we have to pray. Because prayer will lead us into our Lord Jesus Christ, who will lighten us and be able to be on top of the situation. And Peter, here comes Peter. Peter is so impulsive, and he thought all the while that, I will be on top of the situation. So he said, Lord, if it is you, allow me to walk on this water, on the water towards you. And the Lord said, come. But when he saw how big the waves was and how strong the wind was, he began to sink. Why? He took away his focus. He took away his focus on the Lord. But, cast his glance on the strong wind and the big waves. That's why he began to sink. And so, he called on the Lord. Lord, save me. We are all at times like Peter. We wanted to be on top of the situation. We wanted to be in control of ourselves. We thought all the while we can do it. And we forget the most important of all, to pray in times of strong winds and the big waves, so that we can walk on the water. But human as we are, like Peter, we tend to focus on our difficulties, on our problems, on our head-on trials of day-to-day lives. And that's why we begin to sink. But even if so, like Peter, we just call on the Lord, Lord, save me. And we will always find Him stretching out His helping hand to lift us up. Even though we will hear Him, "O man of little faith, why did you doubt? Why did you falter? Why are you afraid?" Because if we rely only on our power, like Peter, we will sink down. But calling on the Lord to prayer, He will always be there. He will always be there. Because what is important, we sail on our boat of life. But the most important is that we sail not alone, but with Jesus on our boat, so that we will be continuing straight to where we are going. So, my dear friends, do not be afraid. It is the Lord who will help us go through all this trouble we face and difficulties we face in life. All we need to do is to pray. At times, we encounter difficulties in life, problems. They are just like strong winds and waves. But do not focus on them, but focus on the Lord. Focus on the Lord. Go and pray. Because He will not leave us orphan. Because without Him, we can do nothing. But with Him on our boat, there will be peace. There will be calm. Because Jesus is on our boat.